And then if you're able to survive it, which I did, and then the sun fucking opened up and it was just all mechanics. And then it was like a robot inside the sun. And then these like robot fucking like crocodile alien things, like covered in like liquid melting, like crazy, like metal melting liquid all come out. And then fucking one just ate me and died. And I woke up and came here.
Yeah, I sing. So that loud. My balls is totally moving, doing it grooving. Now can we get back, girl? I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire. You're ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your bar is up? Nice lady. She is really nice. All hail the king of the West. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another episode. And everybody, congratulations on being here and knowing us. Must be nice. That's the dog is attacking my carpet, but that doesn't matter. We got guests. It's a very outback show today, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to feel the thunder from down under. We have Nicky Whelan and the Dingo both here, both from the outback. I'm from the outback. Nicky got a friend. She's from the outback. There's more Australians in this house than not Australians. And the dogs are pumped.
I'd say so.
So, yeah, it's a treat. People ask Jason Ellis fans, why don't you do when you have Nicky on like you did when you were on Sirius and Dingo? And I'm like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So I harassed them. It's actually kind of Nicky Whelan's fault because she posted a photo of Dingo and I, all of us, having a great time at a place where they fired me. So it was a mixed emotion for me because I was like, oh, yeah, Nicky Whelan. And oh, yeah, when we did shows with the D, it was like super Australian and shit. I got fired. I remember that one bit where I was like, wait, am I going to be bankrupt? Like, how fucked am I? So it triggered that a little bit. And then I go to Nicky. I'm like, yeah, man. I didn't say, man. I never do that. I was like, yeah, we should totally do the show. But just so you know, it's not going to be at Sirius XM anymore because they let me go. And she was like, oh, fuck. Sorry, you didn't say fuck.
I probably did. I was like, why is no
microphone close up?
I was like, why is nobody reposting this amazing picture? Cut to you did, but you put a few.
Yeah, I put a bunch of turds over the logos. I'm not giving them free anything. No, all the best to you, but you ain't throwing me any bones. You heard any of my old episodes?
It wasn't a good photo.
Because they just fucking nuked them. So why am I throwing you a bone, you know? Fuck your whatever satellite.
You should have a step and repeat here so we could redo that.
I saw some great lighting out there. We can redo that. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
you
cool.
saw great lighting? Where?
Yeah. So when you're coming out of the garage, it's like the light coming underneath kind of like pops. So if we can get a good backdrop, we got a great.
You're saying that you caught that on the 10 to 20 paces through my garage. You were like, that's a great spot for photos of my face.
I think I'm going to grab both of you for a photo. I had to look because
But you already had a spot.
Yeah,
You've already got the spot.
I had to because I knew in here it was going to be kind of like this sort of lighting, which
Dark.
is cool, but it's not good. It's overlighting. It's going to make us look weird. Out there, we're going to look all youthful. Oh, even though you look amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking around. You look amazing.
Yeah. Well, you're really hot all the time, so I don't. You know, we've been through this. Thank you, but also I don't know. Yeah. It's at this point, I can't believe it. You know, it's like I'm 50. I don't know anybody who hasn't punched me in the face. My face is very wobbly, but thank you.
Hardly 50.
Yeah.
That happened.
The other day.
I think it was a while ago.
Taurus?
What?
Are you a Taurus?
No,
I'm a
October.
Libra.
Oh.
October what? 12th?
11th.
Fuck, I was pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty
When's your
good.
birthday?
January 9th.
You're not old at all.
Nah, I mean 37.
It's not old.
You're still in your 30s.
Fuck off. Yeah. I mean, how old are you?
I'll.
No, not you. This guy.
Oh,
40.
I turned 40 next month.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
What are you? 44?
Oh, fuck.
I'll be 45 in July.
You look great, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look great.
Dingo says, "Oh fuck." To Kevin, turning 40. Oh,
Kevin, you're fucked. No, you look
Yeah,
good too.
no,
you
I'm
look
fucked.
good too.
Yeah, you
I
don't
probably
look
look the
40
worst
at
out of
all,
all
dude.
of us, and I'm 37. You know?
No, I don't think
Up
it's
and
that.
down.
I feel like because you have a beard and long hair and sunglasses, you don't know how old you are.
I shaved yesterday. I was like,
You're getting real mangy.
I got to do a commercial tomorrow, so I like had to like tame it back. I
What
gotta go,
commercial you doing?
just for Monster corporate stuff.
What do you? Oh,
Just got to look good for the bosses.
corporate. Not a commercial for the world to see.
The world will see it.
What is it? A funny one? Are you doing wacky dingo jokes?
Doing wacky. No. It's me riding an old school BMX, throwing newspapers out. Pretty sick, actually.
You're a paper boy,
Paperboy.
and you're
It's actually
delivering.
Debo's old bike.
Oh wow!
Pretty sick.
Because he was on Monster,
He
right?
was on Monster. So I actually have his old bike. So they like re-put the tires up, and it's me like channeling down, throwing these old newspapers out that are actually Monster, not Monster Times newspaper. Anyway, silly talk. But
Right.
I had to shave for it because I didn't want to show up looking like I did yesterday, even though I wanted to. I like the scruffy look. I kind of,
They didn't.
not everybody, but like I
You got to
kind
be
of,
a bit more youthful so that the kids can relate.
I like people thinking maybe I'm half homeless sometimes. That's my thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see that. I see you pushing that.
It works.
Yeah.
People don't fuck with you on the streets that way.
Dingo, you will always be 12. I've known him since we were so little.
Talk closer. You're quiet.
I've known Dingo since we were so little, and I like at 12 years old he had a bong in the backyard, and I was like, and he was like going and looking for weed, and I was like, oh, it's like my family.
Not much has changed, eh?
I was going to say.
Excuse me, miss, have you got any weed?
Nah, so back in the day, we used to do straight Gatorade bottle, hose
Yep.
pipe,
Put the
and
cone
then,
in it.
and then tinfoil,
Yeah, tinfoil cones,
and then
mate.
tobacco and weed. So you'd
Yeah.
screw it down, and
Bongs.
then the first person, it was ever like anybody's first timer, you'd thumb screw it, so you'd they're done, thrown up. My brother
Yeah.
used to have this in that one of the houses we had. He had this like a bong room under the house, but he had all flashing lights, and they would sometimes rob people, so there'd be like car stereos that didn't work and
Nice.
random shit in there. But that was basically the bong room. That's where I learned it all.
Mount Martha.
Everybody had a
We
bong
come from a
room.
beautiful
We
area.
really do. It's just like underneath, it's pretty.
Nicky, you go back to Australia, yeah?
I do a lot. Didn't in the pandemic.
But you've been back
Cool.
recently.
Yeah, I went back at Christmas.
Have you seen Vegemite and baked beans?
Yeah, I have Vegemite in my fridge here.
I didn't say that. I said
Yeah, did you pick
you
up what he put
you just
down?
answered the question with something else. I said they've got Vegemite and baked beans in the fucking can together. How do you feel about that as an Australian?
I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah, people keep messaging me. We've already covered it on the show, but people discover it and then they send it to me and go, "What's wrong with you people?" And I agree. What is wrong with us? That's not cool.
I'm kind of into it.
You've had it.
I haven't had it. I'm just kind of into the theory.
It's too much. It's going too far.
It
How do
is.
you get the Vegemite to because Vegemite's stiff, predominantly hard.
Very stiff.
Yeah.
How do you let it mush through the
It's just
liquid
through
of
the
baked
bean
beans?
sauce, I assume. Yes, which is fucking
It was-
disgusting.
It wouldn't be
sauce,
that
I'm like-
much.
I'll have beans. I'll have some baked beans. And I'll have Vegemite on toast. But I won't let the baked beans touch the Vegemite on toast. That's fucking disgusting.
You
Yeah.
said bean sauce, and I just left the whole conversation. Bean sauce.
If it's not Vegemite and beans, what is the winning combo? What do you pair Vegemite with?
butter,
Butter. That's it.
We all said butter, thick
Just-
butter.
thick butter.
Thick butter.
Heaps of butter with a scraping of
Not, I
Vegemite.
can't believe it's butter. Fucking butter.
Yeah,
Okay,
butter.
Real
what's the Vegemite to butter ratio?
way more butter.
It's 50-50.
Butter.
1 to
Nah,
1?
Way more butter.
Oh, you
Like 3% Vegemite and 10% butter.
Wow, she'd be the 3 to 10. I would go
totaling
70,
13%.
So I guess that's about the same.
I go, I can't do math, so I do about 65% butter and about 60% Vegemite.
That checks out. That checks out, dude.
I think there's a little bit on the plate and shit. Yeah,
40% toast.
yeah. And then Paul Hogan,
Who
did
tips? Who tips for you at restaurants?
who tips?
Do you know how to tip? I'm just asking. No, I'm not how to tip. I know you know how to tip. You're a very good tipper. But like adding it up, whether it's $80 or
Oh,
120
yeah,
or
give it to Katie.
yeah.
Unless
no,
it's-
I know you're a
unless it's-
great tipper.
If it's like it's
You
200,
over-tip
if
your
it's 200,
Postmates people.
I know how to do that one. But if it's like 187, I'm like, Katie.
I know.
But if he's a real good guy or lady, then I'll round it off at a like a big number.
Don't you just look at the tax and double it?
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but I don't know how to double it unless it's got an O on the end.
Everything just went
I feel like
slow.
I've explained myself pretty well.
I feel like I just went to a K-hole.
That's where I live, Dingo. In a permanent K-hole of fucking stupid.
Have you done ketamine therapy?
I just done ketamine.
I just did ketamine. Yeah.
I remember my therapist. She's like, "I've got this great idea to do ketamine." I'm like, "Way ahead of you, sweetheart."
I got
Bring it over.
I've been on it all week.
I got ketamine spray from the doctor, Nicky.
What?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, it's a bottle.
your-
It's got a
open your
bottle,
drink.
little spray thing. You up your nose, couple of whacks up the nose, and you're good to go.
Couldn't write me $1 million check to take any of that ever.
What? It's
So
cool.
scared. I'm so scared.
No,
I mean, it's not
not the
it's
doctor's
not-
one.
It's cool. It's good. It's for horses.
Exactly my damn point. The fuck? No, no, and no.
Yeah.
It's actually the safest one out of all of them.
Ketamine?
Yeah. Even if you go into a K-hole, you're not supposed to die. You're all right.
You're not supposed to.
But you're not supposed to go in there. It's pretty bad. I went in there a couple of times accidentally because I got the spray and then my nose started getting jacked from the spray. So then the doctor gave me the lozenger that'll evaporate under your tongue. And I fucking hurt my leg. And I was on vacation and I was like, fuck it, I'll just take 2 of them. I got nothing else to do all day. And then I went into a K-hole and I was like holding onto a towel in the bathroom, asking Katie. I thought I was going to die. That wasn't cool.
Yeah. It came out though.
Yeah, fucking good as gold.
How
Yep.
long does it last when you go down those rabbit holes?
40.
40 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not like 4 hours. That
Nah,
Nah.
that's the best thing about it. You
If
can
you
go back
fuck up-
down.
You just have to wait half an hour.
Oh.
Then you're good again.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's nodding and going, that's not true. You've obviously had a
4 hours.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Let me know who's your guy.
but yeah. Sounds like some good ketamine, right? 4 hours, fucking bonus. Mine only went for 40 minutes. What a fucking load of shit. Oh, I'm not going to die. Oh, man, I wish I could go back there. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, because it's like if you overdo it on, I do a fair bit of chocolate mushrooms,
Yeah.
and you can't really overdo that. You can, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Mike
what are you
Tyson-
talking about? But
yeah. Mike Tyson gifted me some of his mushroom chocolates.
Yeah,
Don't eat all of his mushroom chocolates.
strong.
Very strong. The
It
cat
seems like he eats them all day.
all day. And then we'll just like, he'll be in a conversation, and all of a sudden when he doesn't have to talk or doesn't have to do anything, he just puts himself to sleep. And then you're fucking sitting there shrooming, and you're like, is this guy alive? And then when they need him again, they wake him up and he pops back up, and then just pops another one, and Mike's like back to Mike.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, he might. He's been through a lot.
He's been
Let him
through
have a
lot.
nap, you know?
Yeah, let him have a nap.
I can nap all day long. Like if you guys said just have a little nap now, I could happily go deep sleep while you guys are all talking.
Do you
Really?
meditate before you go to sleep, or how do you go to sleep in the middle of the day so easy?
Literally, I don't know. Like I've got lots of energy, but if you said go to sleep, I could literally curl up and just go fast asleep right now.
Prove it.
Well, I don't want to because I want to be here.
How
like-
long? How long would it take? 5 minutes?
Yeah. I
Really?
whenever
Do you
I
yoga
slow
a lot?
down- I don't do yoga, but I do a lot of meditation.
Huh.
But I don't have to do anything. I just go, oh, my body wants a little nap. And I just go
But
in
you.
and I sleep.
But what about if your body doesn't need a little nap? Can you make yourself go to sleep?
Yeah, but like you just said, I don't want to.
When my kids were little, I used to be able to do that, but that's because my kids wouldn't let me sleep. So whenever there was an opportunity to sleep, I would do it because my body figured out a survival technique.
Yeah, right. I was either sleeping or fighting sleep.
Yeah.
So all I needed to do was stop fighting.
I used to
And I
sleep.
fell asleep.
I would have Devon or Tiger on, like, I can't remember which one, but the Baby Bjorn thing. Like, I remember being at airports before where the flight's delayed, and I would just sit down with the fucking kid stuck on my chest and be like, and then someone would wake me up like, hey, and I'm like, we both, because that's the only way to make it, because they would just keep me up all night.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I remember that for a long time, Devon just had to be in a stroller, and I had to rock it back and forth, or she'd wake up and start crying. So I tied a sweatshirt to the handle and sat down on the couch watching TV, and I just like push her and then yo-yo it back into my hand. Just I had her in a stroller, but doing like some sort of yo-yo thing with her, because as soon as it stopped rolling, she'd wake up. But that meant your arm had to keep doing that, which meant you can't go to sleep. So whenever the next day when she wasn't around, I would fucking sleep.
Kids are such a big gig.
Yeah. Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. If you're out there in the world, it's busy and there's friends that you can talk to, and sometimes they can be very helpful. But why not try a professional, especially when it's as convenient as BetterHelp has it lined up for you?
BetterHelp online therapy that offers video, phone, even live chat-only therapy sessions. If you don't want to see anyone on camera, you don't have to. Therapy can be expensive. BetterHelp is more affordable than in-person therapy. And if you need help, you're going to get help quick. You could be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Ellis. That's betterhelp.com/Ellis.
We are excited to talk to you about Manscaped, our old friends who have launched their Ultra Premium collection. It doesn't get any more special than Ultra Premium when it comes to your hygiene routine. All-in-one skin and hair care kit from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes, and most importantly, your balls.
What about neck hair?
I prefer my balls.
Girls don't sleep with guys with unclean neck hair. It's a bad look. And you can deal with that in a few seconds by using Manscaped. Not to mention the rest of your body. Do you like being liked? Keep your hair tight.
Yeah. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Ellis at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Ellis at manscaped.com. The power of attraction is now in a bottle. Thanks to Manscaped.
Buying my daughter a car this weekend. For Father's Day, I'm buying her a car.
Oh, that sounds all right.
Yeah, right.
What are you going to get her?
She's actually looking at some like responsible cars. I feel really good about this because I would have for sure said, oh, Dad, fucking get me a Range Rover or some shit, but she's looking at, Nissan, this fucking casual thing, little fucking Jettas.
Jettas are cool.
Yeah, just, and a secondhand one, not a new one. I'm like, oh, and she's like, good car, Max, so we check, and I'm like, hey, fucking, you're 1,000 times more advanced than I ever was.
Doesn't live in Beverly Hills anymore?
No, she moved to HB.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little more cash.
Where's HB?
Huntington Beach.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm out of the loop, guys. Yeah, I know, but I don't know it's called a HB. It sounds like that sauce we used to eat as kids.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
HP?
HP.
Yeah.
Love some HP.
Hey, how do you know about that?
Yeah.
I think they sell HP here.
Very rare.
Oh, because it's English.
It's A1.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Oh, it is very similar to
Yeah.
A1.
Steak sauce?
Steak
Yeah.
sauce.
It's brown sauce.
We put that sauce on sausages with bread.
Or Jaffles. Remember Jaffles?
Which is better? Barbecue snag with HB on it.
HP or HP?
HP, I don't fucking care. Or
That's what Michael Douglas
Football.
got from Lickin' Pussy, right?
football wiener. No, that's HPV. Football wiener with ketchup
Football
and
wiener.
relish and shit.
Football wiener. Hang on, what's the difference between a football wiener and a
Which
sanger?
one do you like more?
Hang on, go back it up a little.
I'm in the Outback. Oh, g'day, didgeridoo. Fucking, you got a white piece of bread. Some dude got a barbecue with snags on it, sausages.
My mum loves a
Puts
sausage.
the sausage on the white piece of bread. You fold it and you put fucking tomato sauce on it
Onions?
or
Onions?
HB.
Onions?
Nah, what you're such a rich motherfucker.
Nah, fucking onion.
Nobody had onions when I was growing up. That's
onions on the
fancy.
snags are a popular thing, no? Back me up.
I visualize.
Don't lie, Nikki. Just to help him.
Both of them are like weird.
Wait, barbecue sausages in bread are weird to you?
I just don't like sausages.
I can't believe.
Hey, do you know how
I can't
heartbreaking
believe you
it
don't
is to hear you say that?
It
It's
is a
just
little
that you don't know
heartbreaking.
what's in a sausage, guys. When you bite into it, there's all sorts of weird stuff.
The bottom
in
of the
there.
barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough in there.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, that's okay.
Yeah.
You never like sausages when you're in the Outback.
I did. I ate them as a kid, but
Right.
now the idea to even choose between two, I need a third option.
Are you a vegetarian?
No,
Okay.
but I just don't eat a lot of meat.
That was pretty serious. I felt like we were going to fight. That answer was pretty heavy. Okay, got it.
It is true though. We don't really know where the sausage comes from,
You
but
can tell when
It's
you look
the
in there.
ass and it's cockroach
There you
legs.
go.
Shit like that.
yeah.
And there's little chewy bits, like gristly bits. Oh, bleh.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah. Fat, occasional bone.
I also, there's also
There's no bone.
What makes one part of an animal so much better than another part?
Yeah.
Just clean,
no
fresh.
fat in it
Yeah.
or chewy shit. I don't like, Katie likes steaks that have like fat in it.
Me
and I
too.
don't.
Yeah.
I like
fat
I
on
only
the
want
meat.
the meat.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like eating fat, even if it tastes better or it holds some fucking juice. I don't like it. I like what I see. I'm like protein.
Yeah.
I want the meat bit. I don't want any lard. It reminds me of like boiled jizz or something. I'm just not
Oh,
into it.
and
Sorry,
the word
Nikki.
Lard,
I
and
feel
then
like-
also the word tripe. I did a movie in Bulgaria, and they served us tripe for lunch every day. Do you guys know what tripe is?
No.
Is it brains?
It's the lining of an animal's stomach.
Why do they do that?
I don't know, but people eat it. It's like a thing. Ugh.
Did you eat it?
No, you couldn't. No way in God's green earth.
How long were
Tripe.
you in Bulgaria
A month.
doing a movie? What are you doing in it? Are you action or
Wait for it.
Yeah.
It was a Hallmark movie.
What's that?
They
what's, is that a love? Does that
Hallmark
mean it's a
film?
love?
The Hallmark Network. That's really happy-go-lucky. Like they're really kind, happy movies for the whole.
And they got you in
Network.
Bulgaria
And they
eating
got me
fucking
tripe.
stomach skin.
So I ate chocolate bars for lunch every day. 'cause
What
that was
movie
my
is this?
serving. It was a movie I did years ago. I didn't even mean to bring it up. It's
You don't want to bring up the name?
No, it's fine.
Wow, that good, huh?
Is
No,
Bulgaria like really close to Russia?
Love on Labor Day.
Were you the love interest?
Uh-huh.
Did you have to make out with a Bulgarian?
At the end, no, they hired an American man, lovely actor. I can't remember his bloody name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made out at the end of the movie.
Should you make out most films you're in?
I used to. I'm getting older now. They're not requesting it as much. They've also stopped telling me to take. They've also stopped telling me to take my top off. I know I'm in good fucking space now.
Wait,
but-
what?
There we go. Sorry, I keep swearing.
It's Jason Ellis
Have at
show.
it.
Sure, I know. Just got to check in. But yeah, things are changing, guys.
Why do you have to
Nick,
keep your
if you
top
ask-
on?
Can I just get to put your top back on?
No, it's just that I always just get those roles, and now it's sort of things are changing. I'm
That's
going,
good though.
Do you like that?
No, I love it.
You
Okay.
don't walk in there with your top
All
off
the time.
anymore. You're like, oh.
Oh, everything's moving and shaking. I don't want to do a lot of this stuff.
If I had boobs, I would love to walk around with them out. I feel
Not
like
at
it'd be
my
cool.
age.
Shut! It's not going to work here. Shut up! I can't say you've got great tits because it's inappropriate. And I don't know for sure, but shut up. I'm sure they're amazing. And once again, shut up.
I didn't mean to bring the attention in this direction. We started out as Bulgaria. so
We
go
are
back
interviewing
there.
you, so it
Yeah.
does work out.
Are you in a movie with a shark involved?
Oh, I've been doing shark movies and crocodile movies, guys. It's been an adventure.
What shark movie are you in?
It comes out this year sometime. Yoda, calm down, Kate. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
This dog is so happy that you got 50
It's
dogs
the show.
upstairs.
Yeah.
I did a movie in Hawaii last year. It's a shark movie, and they used a real mechanical shark.
Do you know much about it? Did it look real when you were up close? How much does it cost to make one? Because I want to make
It's
a
a
shark
whole-
movie.
Don't.
Okay.
It is so fucking hard. And the location, Hawaii, we're on this weird beach.
Why is it hard?
Sounds
You
horrible.
guys got no idea this damn mechanical. I actually saw the clips of it when I went to ADR. And
Wait,
like,
you've not watched it?
It's brutal. Like this, I wasn't sure how
It's
it's going to
brutal.
look. People are getting shredded up. Like it's old school. This is no joke. And there's one girl, she's such a baller actress. She jumps in the mechanical shark's mouth and they're moving the shark in the water. And I thought she was going to drown. And there's blood. And I looked at the footage of this and one of the guys gets chomped up and I'm with him at the last few minutes. Now I'm telling the
You make
story
out with
line.
him?
No.
No.
I can't. He's got blood spurting out of his
Make
mouth.
out a
Pretty hot.
shark.
But it's so graphic. Like I watched the
Tongue him a little bit before he dies.
No, guys, we just spoke about this.
Off you go, cunt. Just say it. People aren't doing that in
Me and
movies.
Trace Adkins are in it. You know Trace Adkins?
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Country singer.
Oh, yeah.
Old school. He's
Yeah.
like the badass of the movie.
So if you were in the water and you weren't on set and I had that shark and I mechanically swam by you, would you think that that's a real shark? Is it that good?
No, it was just a shark head.
Oh.
So it's like a massive head,
How big?
about as big as this here, because me standing next to it is taller than me. It's like Jaws. But someone that worked on Jaws gave some advice to the crew on this movie.
Don't make the movie.
And said, don't fucking make the movie.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's no joke. It is such an effort. And they had to get me swimming in this rough water. We're in this weird beach by the airport in Hawaii. And they asked me, and I'm a swimmer. You know I'm a swimmer.
Well, we're all
babe.
swimmers from where we're from.
Babe, not this time. I swam 3 meters and nearly died.
Oh, I nearly drowned in Hawaii once.
Yeah, but this was hard.
Wasn't on a movie
Wait,
set.
3 meters. I know you're, Australian, and this is a very Australian show.
3 meters is like 30.
A meter is like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you swam about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Why'd you almost drown?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I was just tired, guys. They asked me to the sharks chasing me, and there's like a wide shot.
You're used to being swim club?
I know. Nippers? What's it called? Little nippers?
Nippers?
But I couldn't make it.
Ah.
I nearly died. I was absolutely exhausted. So anyway,
So when someone asks you to swim and you can't swim,
I can swim. I just couldn't that day.
did they say, no worries, we'll do it tomorrow, or how's
I
that
know.
go?
They were like, the director stood there and goes, we really need you to do this. I'm like, well, I'm going to try, but I'm out of breath. Smoked too many cigarettes. I'm like,
You're a cigarette smoker.
I am.
Are you still a cigarette smoker? That's kind of gross. I kind of
Guys,
knew
don't
that.
turn
Yeah,
on
it's
me.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
K-heads, ketamine people.
I don't do it anymore.
K-heads? Oh, you fucking K-heads.
You got me about smoking.
Everybody needs a vice, but,
Thank you.
a bunch of people are going down for vaping.
What do you mean going down?
Just like there's a bunch of people have been getting sick from it. Like, what's her name? She's a popular pop star. Doja Cat's voice, her voice might not. They're having voice surgery right now. Her voice may be fucking done.
Do you vape?
I don't vape, bro.
Did you just call me bro?
He did,
You're
homie.
allowed to call me bro.
Yeah, I know.
Dingo. You're my love.
That was a joke.
I agree.
You're my family.
I feel like
Sorry, sis.
sometimes you vape where in circumstances where you can't smoke weed,
Yeah, I'll vape. I'll
but
weed
you can't
vape
make it a regular
a
thing.
little bit, but I don't vape. Like not like the
Big ones.
the
Yeah, I
ones that
thought that
don't
was.
do
I
anything.
thought they ended. I thought everybody got the memo on the big one, but
Well, they're trying to.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's going to be a mayor for that long. Mayor Garcetti, no, he's becoming diplomat guy, but he's trying to put a ban on it in LA County for everyone.
What?
Try-
So you can't do it unless you're at home?
No, like you can't buy it. You can't buy it in any like he's trying to make it so you can't buy it in LA County. And listen, I think it's like the worst thing I see is with kids. The kids smoking vapes is fucking bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
Like you see, and I was a teenage cigarette smoker. We were all kind of cigarette smokers back home behind the bus thing, smoking cigs as a kid. And then I actually was a smoker until like mid-20s, pack a day probably, and then just cold turkey, out of nowhere, done.
Yeah, I think I smoked in school a little bit. I remember they sold 15 packs so that you could put them in your pocket and the teacher wouldn't see it, which when I think about it now is so criminal. Like they made a thin pack so that kids could smuggle them at school. Because we all bought them. We all bought 15 packs because it was like a slender pack and you could just slide it in and no one would see it. But then when skateboarding saved me from a lot of things.
Peter Jackson. Remember
Yeah,
the commercial?
Peter Jackson made this. I like Peter Jackson because they sponsored Formula One, and the Peter Jackson car was all black with gold trim,
Right.
so it looked
So-
fucking sick.
So it
Mini
worked.
Blues.
Yeah,
Right.
Mini
I think about,
Blues.
I smoked cigarettes in high school, and if I got caught, you'd get detention because you weren't supposed to be like sneaking out for a cigarette. It never even crossed my mind that the teacher or the principal might tell my parents, your son is fucking 15 years old and is a habitual cigarette smoker. That would have been like you fucking betrayed me.
yeah.
And yet now if a teacher caught my kid smoking and didn't tell me, I'd be like, you fucking betrayed me.
Yeah.
Right. You will
Exactly.
lose no matter what,
It
Michael.
wasn't that long ago.
Blue Chew gets you hard. Yeah, man. Blue Chew sponsoring the Jason Ellis podcast because they know what's up. And speaking of up, Wang is up and it's riding the tides. I am a huge fan. I love this company, and I'm not sure what I would do without it. Instantaneous, almost. They're quicker and they get the job done so that you can get the job done. Wow,
The
that was
process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you receive your discreet packaged prescription within days. Made in the USA, all American rock hard boners.
Hell yeah.
And guys, here's a special deal for you. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Ellis at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code Ellis to receive your first month free.
Hey, everybody. Jason Ellis Show, sponsored by Liquid Death. I like Liquid Death so much, I bought in on the company. This is the greatest beverage around right now. Water is good. You need it. If you don't have water, you'll die. But staying alive has never been more fun because now they got tasty ones with mango in it and lime in it and berries in it with sweet little bubbles that tantalize your sensations, also while hydrating and keeping you alive.
Did you see the video of Liquid Death versus the most expensive drinks on earth?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
They're so good.
I highly
and fun.
recommend it. Yeah. It's better than the most expensive drinks on earth, and the video will prove it.
And cops look at you funny when you're driving with them.
Yeah. When you give it to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even give my kids beer anymore now that there's Liquid Death.
Why bother?
Seriously.
Keep that beer for yourself, Michael.
This makes a lot more sense.
I make children shotgun them.
Right. I
They
saw
love
a guy, Liquid Death posted, where a guy, you know, when you get your degree and you got the funny hat on,
Yeah.
he shotgunned a Liquid Death when he got his award.
Right.
And the headmaster was like, "Oh, are you? Nah, I'm not.
Nope.
You dumbass. It's
Old-
water.
Old ladies fainted out of sheer stupidity.
Yeah, don't be dumb. Get Liquid Death.
Get Liquid Death at all the big retailers like Amazon, Target, Albertsons, Safeway, 7-Eleven, or Sprouts, and get free shipping on their crazy limited edition merch and apparel at liquiddeath.com/Ellis. That's liquiddeath.com/Ellis.
Yeah.
The word was out. They were pretty bad.
All of it's nasty.
I just
All of
feel
it's
like
nasty.
it's up to the individual, you know? If you want to do that and for whatever reason it is, and your parents didn't connect in a way where they can influence you to make better decisions, that's what it is. It's too late now.
My dad smoked a pack a day forever. That was his jam. Oh yeah, I know he died. My dad died last year.
Oh.
But it was from like 50 years of smoking a pack a day. I
It
mean,
was
it's
from
amazing.
smoking.
Well, everything started to shut down, but he
How
just
old
kept
was
living.
he?
He was 80. But like,
It's pretty
He
good
had
as a
sense.
smoker.
I'll take that.
let me tell you, he looked like he was in a concentration camp at the end. He was the toughest fucking guy, covered in ink, smoked hardcore old school Aussie. I mean, a couple of years before he died, he fell through a roof on his work side.
He was working still.
Fell flat through on his back and just got up. Like he was just one of those guys, and
Yeah.
he just smoked and drank. And the doctors were just like, we just don't know how he just keeps going. Even he was shocked, but toward the end, he was on like 20% oxygen, and he was just like,
Right. Mental
Yeah.
toughness can go a long way.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
with
I
him.
believe you can will yourself to
Also, too, I think
not
if you,
be sick.
if you do something like that over and over, your body almost just adapts to it, I think.
Almost died last night.
Cool.
Thought about the gods because it was that I was like, maybe my brother stopped that one. Made me feel a little bit indestructible.
Do you know what's crazy is I had like a crazy moment with my brother like 2 nights ago. This full moon's been insane.
Yeah.
This full moon, like 2 nights ago, I was all good, fine, whatever. I stayed up. I watched an old football game from Australia. It was Queen's birthday, and I still kind of follow Aussie rules a little. So I watched the Collingwood game.
Are they doing good?
They won.
We won.
The grand final.
No. We're in the 8. Fucking pipe down.
How's the Tigers?
Not probably right below us. Tigers are still good though.
Good.
Anyway, so then Collingwood ended up playing fucking awesome. So then by the end of the game, I've got like a stiff drink in front of me. I'm like, fuck yeah, boys. Like, and then for whatever reason, and I was like sat outside for a minute, and then the moon, I was just like, holy shit. And then I just kind of stood and looked at the moon for like 4 or 5 hours, and then the sun started coming up.
Man.
And I was still hammered, and I was like, fuck. But I feel like I had like a bit of a moment. But anyway, like that was the full moon weird thing. And then yesterday, I was just, you don't sleep the night before and you're just kind of out of it all day. Like when you text, I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have the podcast today, do we?
I did the same thing, by the way. I was like, did we forget?
I sense that.
Group text kind of fizzled out and then
Yeah.
came back to life.
Yeah, no, I
know.
caught that. Yeah.
you got
And
it.
then last night, I came home super early. I came home at like 4 and was just tired. So I got in bed. And then I had like a weird dream about one of my boss's daughter. Not in that way, but she was just kind of nagging me. And I woke up and she had called me and I was like, fuck, have I like missed something? What day is it?
Yeah.
But I'd only been asleep for like an hour. So I was like, all right. Went to Katsuya, kind of had a couple drinks, whatnot. And then I was like, all right, just go home and go to bed. So went home, went to bed, slept in one of the spare rooms because I was like, I just wanted to sleep. So like anyway, I don't know why I did that. Maybe my brother used to sleep in that room too, which is kind of weird. But anyway, and then nothing about my brother. Then I went into this crazy fucking dream, which I was waking up and going back to sleep and going back into about the world ending. And we were getting pulled towards the sun, right? And as we were getting pulled towards the sun then started rotating and people started getting picked off. And you had to kind of like hide from the heat. And then people were like literally turning into balls of flame.
Whoa.
And then if you were able to survive it, which I did, and then the sun fucking opened up and it was just all mechanics. And then it was like a robot inside the sun. And then these like robot fucking like crocodile alien things like covered in like liquid melting, like crazy, like metal melting liquid all come out and then fucking one just ate me and died and I woke up and came here.
Well,
Wow.
I love that he woke up and came here. Dingo, that's
As soon as he came back to life, he immediately got on the Jason L show. That's what you do, everybody. You come back.
Pretty gnarly, right? Like I've never had that much detail. And the fact that I died and was like, oh fuck, like it's over.
Yeah.
Did you watch that movie Moonfall recently?
No.
Okay.
It's
No,
then I have no explanation.
With the little, you know how the sun hit them and they.
It was
like
wild. Like once it got to open up and it was just this huge moving robot, I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna live. And then then these crazy things just came out and ate me straight away.
They say with a dream, how did you wake up feeling? I mean, clearly fucked because you died, but I'm just saying, like, what was the feeling in your body? The feeling.
I wanted to go back to sleep.
That's deep, Dingo. Really, really deep.
Really makes you think.
I woke up. I had a nightmare last night. Katie cheated on me with a guy that drives monster trucks. And I was like, and then the day before I went to the coffee shop and this guy took my coffee on purpose and like took off with it. And I was like, what a fucking cocksucker. And then I saw him peel out in a monster truck and I'm like, figures. And then the next day, Katie's making out with some dude at the pool and I'm like,
Was that a dream or real life?
it was a dream. It's part of my, that's good. If every now and then that might happen, and I gotta think maybe I was just practicing in my head how to handle it well, Like I was like, yeah, because we can do that, so fine, good for her. And then she disappears with him, and then I go back to the hotel. I don't know what hotel this is, but apparently I'm staying at a hotel, and then I see Katie get in the car with him, and it's the monster truck, and I'm like, wait, you're not gonna fuck the dude that stole my coffee? And then I got super bummed out and woke up. And I one of my chihuahuas sleeps with me all the time, Chickle, and he stays in between Katie and I, so don't really get to hold onto her because Chickle always blocks me from it.
Yeah.
So I kicked him out of the way and put him behind me and started hugging Katie because I felt bad that it had happened, or I don't know, maybe that it's my fault or something. I was fucked up from it because it was really real. I don't have like a lot of dreams that are real. It's pretty obvious. When I woke up, I was like, fuck, did that happen? And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, I'm sorry, baby. I don't know why I'm sorry. She's the one fucking a monster truck driver, but I felt sorry. And then
You're the one who should apologize.
I couldn't shake it, so I went downstairs and started smoking weed. But it was kind of embarrassing because I'm like, I can't go back to sleep.
Do you think you've carried that energy into today?
A little bit. Yeah, I do that.
I can tell, because now you're talking about it, you can tell that it's in you still.
Yeah.
Dreams are weird.
They're good for you.
Aren't they?
Weird.
Like, what do they mean?
Yes.
Mostly nothing, I reckon.
Like, what do dogs dream about?
Chasing stuff.
Running. Yeah. Because you ever seen
like
a dog?
tennis balls?
Yeah.
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 Like how sick would that be? Like, you're just pumped on life and you dream about tennis balls. That's your biggest stress in life.
I don't know. Sometimes they seem like they're imagining that guy that they don't like is walking past the front gate.
Yeah.
And it's pissing them off again.
Yeah. But it's
They're like,
Yeah.
I'll fucking get you one of these days.
I've seen that. Yeah, the running thing's pretty funny too. They got to go.
It is weird because you think I actually think about it a lot right now because just the way we're going in society is fucking weird. And the fact that we have to live through it.
You watching a lot of TV, Ding?
No. I mean, news.
Yeah.
No, like, here's the deal. I just ripped around the world real quick. So I was watching all types of news. And I was, like, in Switzerland and I was in Japan. So I was, like, in Japan on this, like, weird... we were quarantined, but we had to quarantine with, like, 600 people. And we were in a hotel. And then the baseball arena, basically the only places we were. And so you watch a lot of BBC when you're kind of in these places, world news, which is better than Fox or CNN.
BBC is great.
You know,
They tend to be
yeah.
a little bit more.
And then,
rough.
and then I was in Switzerland, which is a beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places in the world. And then they've taken in, I think, 3 million refugees, and they're sitting there every day like, fuck, like he might just come after us one day. So it's just weird to go to different countries and align what they're going through. So when you're in Japan, the Japanese are scared that the Chinese are going to fucking start bombing Taiwan, and they're doing flybys.
Oh.
That's like a real thing. And then when you're in Switzerland, which is a beautiful place, when now you're very close to Russia and Ukraine and whatever, like literally very close. And the Swiss are like, fuck, like there was, I forget which day it was. It was, I don't want to say Hitler Day because I think I said that earlier and it was incorrect.
That's a great day. Boy,
I don't think they celebrate that
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. No, many countries, a lot of people don't know this. Hitler Day. Big.
It was the resurrection, I think, of it, not the
Oh,
resurrection.
no, the resurrection of Hitler. People love that.
Hitler Easter.
Yeah, Hitler's coming back, you guys.
What fucking day it was and just tell the story.
Get your six-pack. Everybody get your six-pack.
There was a
Hitler's
date-
coming
There was
back.
a date coming up that
Fireworks.
maybe it was the day
Pew, pew,
that
pew. Yay, Hitler's back.
maybe it was the day that he died.
He's a jolly good fellow.
But the Swiss thought the Russians are going to bomb him. Anyway, we fucking live in a weird world, so it's just weird to think about the direction we're going and where we're going to end up.
That's why you're having apocalypse dreams.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
And it's been hot as fuck. That's probably why people are bursting into ash.
Well, I also forgot to tell you that we were still rotating as we I think we do, right?
Constantly.
We rotate constantly.
On this planet.
Not them, it's us, right?
Yes.
Oh.
But there was
Who
still
do you
parts
reckon's dumber, him or me?
there are parts at night
Pretty
time.
close, right?
There are parts at nighttime where it'd be really cold. So it was cold and hot. So if the moon was out, it was freezing. And I think people were dying of ice.
Did you know that the moon
Oh my
makes?
God.
Did you know the moon makes the world it makes it more moist?
Guys, you got to stop. Both of you are making no fucking
Moon
sense.
does stuff to the water. Did you know the
Hey,
sea?
Moon's
The sea
moist,
rises.
fucking hot and cold.
The
Guys,
oceans
stop.
rise when it's a full moon.
That's true.
By the way,
And
Nicky,
we're
Nicky,
70% water, so do the math.
And we feel a bit weird.
We rise with the moon.
Nikki,
Yeah.
this is what a K-hole feels like, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull them out of their moist K-hole.
I don't want to leave my moist gate hole.
Oh, I can't even believe I used that word.
Moist.
Yeah. It is weird. If it's cake, I'm for it. If it's anything else, I'm not for it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want a moist pussy or that's like.
Right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry. I
But
brought
if you got a chocolate cake and it's moist,
You're in.
yeah, all right.
or a pound cake. It's moist.
What's a pound cake
What's a pound cake? Pound
Guys,
moist?
Where have you been living?
in America?
It's for they get them that place that I don't get coffee from. But they're heavy, thick. Guys, help
A
me.
pound cake.
Thank
you guys are not
you.
familiar with a pound cake.
You eat
Sometimes it's
food
like
from
lemon cake
Starbucks?
and
I heard the word. I just
heavy,
can't
thick
put the.
cake with
Pound
thick
cake.
icing, white icing.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a loaf of bread, but it's cake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Powdered sugar on the top.
yes.
Yeah.
No, thick white icing.
Oh, man, I haven't. I got to get a pound cake after
Yeah,
the
pound
show.
Yeah.
cake. It's like, oh, it's so good.
Do you eat a lot?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you have like a good metabolism or some shit?
No, people.
Do you get fat? Have you ever got fat?
I've put on weight before. I'm looking at my girlfriend because there's one time where I put on a bit of weight and we look back.
How
at
much
photos.
is a fair bit of weight? Sorry if I'm going
No,
to.
it's like, well, I usually weigh around anywhere between 100 and 110, and at this stage I was
Fucking
125. But I got really skinny a couple months ago.
Who
I
would
was
she have to
really
fight in the UFC
At 110?
at 100?
Yeah,
She
no.
would fight under 100.
Maybe a ring girl.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair.
I feel best when I'm at very little.
Yep. You train a lot though.
Yeah, but it's not from the training, guys. When I'm
It's your
not
diet?
kidding you. It's food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One meal
food's
a day.
everything, but you train every day on most days.
Most days, but then I'll take 3 or 4 weeks off. I eat, sometimes I do a lot of fasting, but not consciously, I just do it. And I also have 1 meal a day. And guys, I'm not healthy.
Did you say 1 meal
She
a
said
day?
one
one meal
meal.
a day?
Is that the thing that you live by, or
My
did
mum
you,
and my sister are the same, and they're tiny. And
is it a
they-
big meal?
It's a whatever meal. It's whatever I want. It's like pasta. I'll eat chocolate throughout the day sometimes, but I usually just have 1 meal a day. Sometimes 2, but pushing it. We don't need more food than that. We don't. I'm not a health nutritionist person, but people are like, you're so healthy. I'm not. Can we just establish I'm not? Like, it's this whole thing. I train, I work out, but I also, sadly, I smoke every now and then, and sometimes a lot, and I eat disgraceful amounts of chocolate. and 1 meal a day.
There you go. That's the science.
So chocolate's good for you.
Chocolate and cigarettes.
Sounds like
So-
cigarettes.
so
Chocolate and
cigarettes,
But you don't drink much alcohol.
I don't drink and I don't take drugs at all. Not, I don't know if they even play a role in this stuff. But
Fuck yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah. I
For
lost
sure.
weight when I quit drinking.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if I quit drinking.
Well, because there's the
I
drinking,
can't.
there's the drinking calories, and then there's all the shit that you eat because you're drinking, and then there's all the shit that you eat because you were drinking yesterday.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
other thing. The
I'm
food
a
that I
late
would
night
eat with
eater.
a hangover and the food that I would eat more than I would want
Yeah.
because I'm drunk.
When you eat so much, your whole body's energy sucks to the gut and it's spending all day digesting that
Yep.
meal. And then before you know it, you've thrown another one in there and the body's just focused on the gut all day. Let it be empty for a day or two and then you see what happens.
Depends what you do. Like, because I could do 1 meal a day, but if I'm training and skating, I burn it too
Your
much.
man is
I gotta put more stuff in. I
Yeah.
can feel it. Yesterday, Katie's reliving it. I was a prick yesterday because I had to do a lot of stuff and I didn't have time to do it. And by the time I went to the gym after doing 2 shows here, I was on a banana. So when I got there at 3:00 in the afternoon, I'd had a banana. And then I hit pads for an hour and a half, and I was not good. And then I came back here and didn't have the energy to eat. I couldn't make myself get up and make myself anything, so I just sat there in my own misery. And then I was going to get Postmates, and Katie's like, "Keep getting Postmates, cost too much money." And I was like, "Well, then I fucking won't eat then." And then I made cereal, and I went into the sauna and sat in the sauna by myself, eating cereal, feeling sorry for myself. And then the cereal bummed me out.
Cereal
threw that in the
cereal's
trash.
Very brings up childhood stuff.
You think?
Don't you reckon when you have a little bowl of cereal? Reminds you when you're a kid.
It is.
Depends on the cereal, of
What would you say,
course.
cereal?
He
Yeah.
has kids though too.
That's
yeah,
a really
true.
good point, Michael.
Yeah, did you have
'cause my
Fruit Loops or
cereal-
did you have grape nuts? It's a
had-
very different vibe.
I had.
If you're having Captain Crunch, then we got a problem.
Well, I used to eat Nutri-Grain when I was an Australian boy.
Did you put sugar on it?
No, oh my god,
do-
Nikki,
I
they're
do.
already coated.
Thick white.
That's like
sugar.
putting sugar on Fruit Loops,
I
basically.
put thick white sugar, spoonfuls of it.
How much butter in your Nutri-Grain?
Man, my stepmom would make it's called porridge there, but oatmeal, and she'd do the thing where she put
Honey?
not Milo. What's the other one? The
Otis.
Stop. But the other chocolate powder that you put in Australia.
No.
Nutella?
No, not
No.
Nutella.
Ooh,
Quick.
ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Nah.
know.
You all
Nah.
didn't have Cadbury?
Nah.
Nah. It was like it was kind of big
Ovaltine?
in Australia to have chocolate powder. It
Yeah.
was like a thing because
Oh yeah, you put it on.
there was a
ice
couple of
cream and
different
all
brands that
sorts
had
of
it. But
stuff.
she
Yeah.
would do that, and then she would fill up a top layer of cream, like actual cream, and then sugar. And she would eat it without. She wouldn't stir it. She would just take a dip of each layer in each spoonful, and she was never out of shape ever.
because it makes you happy.
Mm.
When you're happy, your body will just react with you. So if eating chocolate makes you happy, it shouldn't make you fat. I'm going to get so.
Here's the
much
theory.
saying this.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting.
People are going after me.
So you're saying that fat people are not enjoying their chocolate?
No.
If you're like, oh
That's
man,
what you
I love
said.
chocolate.
No, it's not. See, I knew I was going to get into trouble. P.S. I was just in Bangkok and
Yeah.
Hey, good segue.
There she was.
What'd you get up to in Bangkok?
It's
I was-
Bangkok with
I
Nicky
was-
Whelan.
doing a crocodile movie. Not a
Oh,
shark.
yeah.
That's
Crocodile.
in a
Robo Crocodile?
No,
They
they're
have
all
real
gonna be
crocodiles
CGI.
there.
Wait, I'm sorry.
They're all going to be CGIs.
Okay, so you had to go, oh my God,
yeah,
to nothing?
to nothing.
Did
That
they use
sucks.
anything there for you to have eye contact?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
They didn't give
except
you a
what are
tennis
those
ball?
laser what are those laser, red laser
Yeah.
things? They were like, follow the crocodile with one of them. I was like, and it's chasing after us. And these things are massive. And I've got shotguns. Like, it's a whole thing. I didn't mean to go down this path. I was actually going to talk about Milo, but it's okay.
I'm
Yeah.
more interested in Bangkok Croc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bangkok Croc,
Wow, that is
machine
Bangkok.
guns.
He's from the underworld.
Oh
Bangkok.
man, Bangkok is a sick film. So you shot the shit out of
In
Bangkok.
dirty factories in water up to my waist. They filled up these old factories with water, had these trucks come in, fill them with water. And I was I'm the sheriff, of course.
Yeah, no, makes
That's
sense.
believable. And I'm in a cell. There's like
From a
Shut up,
long
I
line of
know,
Bangkok
trust me.
law enforcement,
We were all
Nikki
trying to
over
make
here.
it look real. Oh, guys, stop it. It's set in New Orleans. I can't win. But anyway,
Wait, it's
there's
It's in
like-
New Orleans.
It was meant to look like it's in New Orleans.
Oh, they just shot there. I see.
Yeah, but they made it like
Right,
we shot
okay.
it in Thailand. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And like I have physical fights with like the jail guys, and like I even beat them. It's really I can't.
Yeah,
I
but you
know.
train a lot.
I do train.
Yeah.
You use your
I've seen
boxing
you.
moves.
Yeah, we're gonna hope it looks real.
What
Why
happens when
wouldn't
it
it be?
doesn't?
Because it just yeah. There was one guy that was 6'6" that I fight.
Yeah.
You beat him up.
It's a good matchup for
He
you.
picks me up by the throat and smashes me on the table. Like he gives me a good crack, and the
And
way
you're
I
all right.
find my way out is I get a lamp and I smack him across the face. That still doesn't take him out. But then somehow it wobbles him a bit, and I kick his leg.
Yeah.
That's a move that would actually take him down.
Did you kick his knee out?
I kicked his leg out here.
Nice.
And he goes into the gate of the jail,
Yeah.
and then I slammed the thing on his
That
head
would
a couple
work.
of times. That would be real, right? Well, that's what we did.
One time I slammed a 6'6" guy's head in a car door because he was fighting my dad in an alleyway. And I got real emotional about it because Dad looked like he might be in a bit of trouble. He needed some assistance. And because he was parked in a car, drove by real close to his car, and he's like, "You fucking idiot!" And the guy stopped and just put his arm out, pointed at the ground, and he's like, "Let's go, cunt!" And I'm like, "Dad, don't do that." And then he gets out, and he's a real big tall guy, and I'm like, "Fuck!" And I'm in between them, and I'm like, "Please don't do it, just don't do it." And then it gets to the point where I got to get out of the way because I'm going to get hit. And I move back, and my dad throws a couple punches, boom, 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 backs him up into the wall, and then the dude push kicked my dad from one side to the other. I'm like, "Hey, that was a good kick." And I not cool at all. I wasn't being tough. I was crying, and I jumped up in the air and caught him in a headlock, and landed on the ground with his head in my arms and squeezed his fucking head, crying, fucking, "Yeah, leave my dad alone." And then I put his head in his car and started slamming the door on his head. And I was like, "You're fucking done. Like, just say you're gonna stop." That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to
Did
beat
he
him.
stop?
Yeah. And he
That's
got in the
nice.
car, and then when I was walking back with my dad, he goes, "You took your fucking time, didn't you?" And I looked at him like,
Such an
and he was
Aussie
joking, but he still said it.
No, that's awesome.
I love your honesty that you were crying as you had him in a headlock, because that is
It wasn't
how those
tough.
moments
Yeah,
are.
yeah. I feel like that story, if I don't put in the crying thing, you think I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, me and my dad are going to fuck some." Nah, I didn't want to fight
Very
the whole time,
sincere,
even when it looked like I was really winning. I wanted it to stop.
You were going
I've
to
always-
invite me here to punch you once. It didn't happen.
Does that mean you're going to punch me?
Absolutely not. I'm just saying.
Why not?
You were gonna
I mean, you
invite
brought
me
it
to
up.
punch- No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. No. And I also hurt my wrist training yesterday.
Use the other
Yeah.
hand.
This is pathetic. And look at my nails. It's all happening. It's not. No.
All right.
Which wrist?
Just
did you
saying,
hurt?
This one.
you
I
come
don't
to the
know.
wrong place to talk about. I remember you were going to punch me in the head. You can't say that here.
I can't.
We
I
have
can't.
gloves.
I know you do, and I know you got a whole situation here. But no, I'm just saying you did invite me down here to hit you once. It didn't happen though.
You sure you don't want to? What about kick me or something? You want to kick me?
Let's not fight. I loved it. I'm so comfy here.
All right.
I'm so comfy.
I
here.
tried. Just thinking for the promo, you know.
Nikki, I've been thinking about you. I'd understand if you
He
wouldn't
always
wanna,
does.
If you wouldn't want to.
When are you not thinking about her?
I would understand if you didn't want to talk about this, but when the whole news came out about Bruce Willis and his situation, I know that
Yeah.
you'd been in a movie with him in the
Mhm.
last several years, and I couldn't help but wonder if maybe you'd known more at the time than maybe you talked
Oh.
about when you were promoting that movie.
Yeah, I did. I did know more at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I did. And I'd worked with him for 2 days. He came in for 2 days, and I did know that there was. I didn't know what was. We didn't know at that stage what it was, but I did notice significant. But it's just it's a tight community, and you got to take care of each other.
Of
and
course.
we didn't know what it was, and I found him incredibly charming and still really sweet and very fun. It made me laugh a lot and stuff. But there was something that didn't feel right. But I never spoke about it, and because I don't know what's going on, and I don't. That could be any of us one day, and
Of course.
you got to.
But nobody told you when you were there that he might be a little off.
No, people knew. No one warned me, but people knew. But there were moments when he was very, present and stuff.
But there were
was
moments when he wasn't.
when he wasn't, and I was sort of like, I
Wasn't
wasn't sure.
How? Like, how do you
Just sort of
not answer you or something? Or
Yeah, just in line readings and stuff. It was just a little bit challenging, and it was it's sad. But I didn't poke. No one poked. Everyone was very respectful, and the director. You just don't want to do it. It's Bruce Willis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Die
Of
Hard,
course.
you know
Well,
what
and
I
you
mean?
and you don't have the whole big picture of it. You don't know somebody might be having a weird week.
By the way,
For some
sometimes
reason.
actors just come in and behave that way anyway. You know what I mean?
Right,
Sometimes I just
exactly.
work with people like, what's wrong with this fucking guy today? Like, you know, I've worked with people. I worked with one guy that came into set drunk, and I was like, I grabbed him, I put him off set. I'm like, fucking snap out of it. It's my scene today, and you're drunk. I was so angry because I was like, it's just my moment to shine, my one monologue. And you show up drunk today. I need you. And he straightened up. Like we got through the scene, but
Do a
sometimes
rail or
people-
something.
Yeah, some people just are naughty. But anyway, yeah. But he was we just protected him.
Yeah.
Did anybody tell you like don't speak about this? Don't like let on that he's
I just think
starting
it's
to slip?
natural instinct not to say anything or not to do anything. It is your naturally, normal people are like, okay, something's a bit off here, but let's just move with it and just.
I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like acting world, because I don't know too many actors, I guess, or I've never worked in that world. It seems like a pretty tight-knit community.
It's a little too tight sometimes, yeah.
How's that?
Well, it's like any bit, it's like the sports is the same. It's all just, everything's all mixed and mushed and,
Yeah. You got to
know.
protect each other. So sometimes it gets to the point where you protect people where they shouldn't be protected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same in every.
Is it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're dealing with way more money and way more people watching you, then things get way more critical. But skateboarding, everybody has a thing where like you don't say that. You don't say that about somebody. You let them do it, or and comedy is incredibly bitchy. And a lot of people have a lot to say behind a lot of people's
We really need to
backs.
go to one of these comedy nights.
Hey, Blue Eyes.
Hey.
You just
Hey.
took your glasses off.
Hey.
There's still a lot of shit that goes down that's still not okay, but time has a way of unraveling things.
What's crazy is yesterday, 2 days ago, Kevin Spacey's trial starts in UK today,
Yeah.
and it's not even on the news. It's really weird.
Oh, my.
It's really weird. Like the stories have all covered it, but it hasn't. And I'm wondering if, anyway, I heard stories about that guy from 10 years ago that were just mind blowing, that people had known since the 80s of what this guy's done. I know people personally. One of my friends worked on a film with him when he was up and coming, and literally my friend ended up back at his house, and word for word, some of this shit that's happened. I think I told it on the show years ago.
Well, do it again because I forgot.
But it was word for word. He was a young kid acting. He was on a movie set. The next thing you know, Kevin Spacey's like, "Hey kid, like come smoke a joint at my house tonight." Ends up back at his house. Weird shit happened. Next thing you know, Kevin Spacey's in the pool naked. The kid's like, "Fuck, like that's kind of weird," but I'm at Kevin Spacey's house, so like whatever. And he ended up not doing anything. And then Kevin kept pushing. Got him drunk. Ended up letting him pass out in the spare room or one of the bedrooms. And then the kid woke up and Kevin Spacey's like in his bed. The kid's like, no, this is not me. And he snaps him out and he goes, "Get the fuck out of my house, kid." And I knew that story like 10 years ago. And it's like knowing that people knew that he did this shit for so long and an industry like and
it happens all the time.
I
And
knew
it
you were gonna
happens
say
on
that.
all different levels and different accounts. People get away with a lot. And it's still like I know that, the Me Too movement is crucial and important, but I never indulged in it massively. But now I really understand why it is they're trying to push for it and why it's coming through. Shit, and I'm not just talking about just females. This happens to men too and all sorts of crazy stories. But there is still shit going on.
Yep.
There is still, I've seen it.
What happened to you?
I've seen all sorts of things. I've been in the business for 20 years. I've seen and been through a lot and seen a lot and been like, fucking really? They're still working, getting all right.
Yeah.
Got to trust in a higher power and just be like, wow, I am shocked.
A lot of people, I don't know how to say this correctly, but a lot of people are fortunate enough to not have experienced something like that in their lives. And I feel like a lot of people, because of that, can make a decision on other people's situations where they don't think it's that big of a deal and that person might need to just get over it a little bit. It's sort of like, I don't really like gay people. And then you have a kid and he's gay and you go, oh, it's not a choice. It's, I've watched this actual person be born and they had no choice. They're a gay person. I feel like people that are, sexually assaulted, a lot of guys, I hate to say it, but a lot of guys, it's like, fucking, he didn't mean it. Or I mean, what's a big deal if you're just going to jerk off in front of a couple of girls? Some of them usually like it. And it's like, no, you fucking moron. You know, like fuck no. Like get a dude to jerk off on your mum or your sister.
Yeah.
You know, like your fucking daughter. Like, can you not get your fucking life out of it and try to feel their actual existence and realize how scarring, how like permanent that is. Like, it's not over when it ends. It stays with them. And it makes people change the way they are forever. Some people never get out of it. Some people get cracked when that happens, and they stay broken until death.
It's all of it, all different forms of abuse and sexual abuse and all those things. It's traumatic, and it does stay with you for your whole life, and how you deal with it or how you were raised and how your brain copes with it. It's real shit. Like, some stuff really does stick with people, and it's in this business. It's very people are so desperate to be in the business that they just would rather shut up and not say anything. Let it slide. Just get through. Just got to get through. Because I already got
it's your whole life.
And it's like, and then if you're too loud, but then people kind of support you, but then kind of like, well, we don't want to work there because she spoke. You know, it's like a weird. It's still weird.
Yep.
It's still awkward, and then it's also your business being publicly out there. There are so many choices people have to make if they're going to talk about someone and go up against them.
Well, that's the crazy thing with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. Like, I think he'd done such a great job of his whole life being mysterious, you know. But I think if he let it fall and let this go down, he would have been remembered as maybe somebody that beat his wife up, right, to the world. But he had to go and put it all on out in public, so he could get that taken back, and he wouldn't be remembered. All the other shit that happened in between, fucking wow, like crazy, like that the world just indulged in that. But he put his whole life out there knowing the whole world was going to know all the little shit he did, his friends that he hangs out with that maybe he shouldn't be hanging out with, all these types of things to like get his name revoked from being a wife beater. And that's pretty honorable. Like, a friend of mine knows him really well, and his lawyer said not to do it. And he's like, nah, fuck that, I'm doing this.
But that's the thing.
It was a good idea. Seemed like it worked.
All the smart people around him said, don't do it. And he's like, I'm doing this.
But you know shit that goes on in your house with your partner. There's some stuff no one needs to know about. And to have it revealed on a scale that big.
If Katie shit in the bed, I would tell everybody. That's such a good show. So I woke up and I'm like, what's that smell? Katie!
But did she do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Difference.
I know. The Germans, that's just a Tuesday.
Yeah. They all wake up and do-hast one out onto the pillow.
Did you say deuce?
Do-hast.
Oh, do-hast.
Yeah.
Do-hast.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
I remember that
Do-hast
song.
me.
That's like a really like, sorry to go from poo to this, but like.
Oh, it's poo. Do-hast is poo. That's
it?
a shit band. Yeah, they're a poo band.
Oh, okay. I'm not nothing.
You probably heard them back in your moto days.
I did. I know the motocross days. When I dated a crusty demon. Oh, yes, I did.
The Flying Hawaiian.
Ah, you did?
We dated for 2 years. Oh, I loved him. I would fly out to Riverside and I would go to these dirt pits.
Oh, my God. He was ripping.
Seth Onslow and
Seth Onslow,
Brian Deegan and all the fucking Feist and Twitch.
Yeah.
And I'd sit there and they'd be jumping in these pits. And I was there when Travis Pastrana did his first backflip in the Gravity Games. I mean, I was in the mix.
Yeah. I wonder if we were ever...
I think we did. I can remember when I first met you, I was like, we've definitely connected before.
Yeah.
Back then, that was like 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. That actually makes
all
sense.
the Gravity
Right.
Games, all that stuff. I used to be on the back of bikes with them because I danced on the Crusty Demons tour in Australia. It's a whole thing. But like I was 18 and that's when I met Cliff, the Flying Hawaiian.
Wow.
Represented.
I know.
You've come a long way.
I really have.
No offense to those guys, but...
With all due respect to Riverside.
That was my first experience in LA was Riverside. But
Twitch is still doing the same thing.
I still say but wait, do you guys still know them? Like
Yeah,
your friends
Twitch is
and
one of
I
my
love Twitch.
close.
they're
Yeah,
great guys.
Twitch
Like
is.
Feist is awesome. Like
Yeah.
all of
Feist
them
moved
are-
to Kansas City, got married,
Yes.
is religious and super happy.
Yep.
What
happened to Mad Mike Jones?
Well, who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Where'd he go? I remember him doing little barrel things on his bike.
He probably ended up working construction or something again. I don't know. I mean,
I know.
he was even in the early days, he seemed like he was kind of on the way out.
Because he was always older.
He was always older. He couldn't flip. He
I
couldn't
was
like.
there when Pink's husband, what's his name?
Carey
Hart.
Carey Hart broke his leg, remember? And Pink was there.
Yep.
I was there for all of that.
Okay, well, I was announcing that contest, so
Then we met.
we for sure did.
Carrie,
Don't you
Carrie
remember?
was sitting here like a couple of weeks ago.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
I remember.
Which-
Yeah, we
Share.
still hang out.
I love that. I have such memories of all of those. Like, it's 20
He's
years
an
ago,
awesome
but-
guy.
He's awesome. I went to a charity event recently and bought a bunch of stuff off for his charity that he does for
Live, like,
the
ride,
Warriors.
Ride to live
The
to
Good
ride.
Ride.
Yeah, is that what it is?
but it's
Good
for
Ride.
it's for
For veterans.
For veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got the bill, so that's cool.
Yeah, he's a good
Ah.
dude. Good people.
Those days.
Those days. The finer
That
wine.
small chapter.
I used to live out there, so I get it.
Riverside?
Yeah, I used to ride with all those dudes.
Dry.
Yep.
Dry.
I like the hot. It's hot, so I didn't mind it. But if you didn't have a pool or you weren't near water, then it was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, you had to have a pool or something.
Wait, so is that who you first hung out when you first came to America? That's who you like.
That was my introduction
That's
to LA when I was
crazy.
18. It was straight to Riverside. And I was like, where's the Hollywood sign?
Yeah.
We had to do a day trip in and see the
Yeah.
Hollywood sign.
And then did you
Why
realize?
are we fucking staying here?
Yeah.
And I remember he was auditioning for a movie with The Rock, and we went to a studio and met The Rock, and I was like, I got to come back here, not to Riverside. So, that ended, and I came back and I went, I'm staying in Sherman Oaks. That's the first place I stayed. And we were like 12 minutes over the hill. But I was like,
Wait, you weren't an actress when you first came here?
No, I was 18. I was TV presenting and dancing like a whole.
But
When
you
were
don't
you
have you don't have an acting background.
She was on Neighbours.
No, I did Neighbours when I was 24.
I did the
Ah.
Henderson Kids.
What?
We belong together. I can't sing, but guys,
That'd be a voice.
awful. That was awful.
I disagree.
Set to
One
you.
cigarette this morning. Can I just say, I sent the opening of that song to my sister recently and went, Henderson Kids. And the fact that you just brought it up gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Guys, you've got to see the Henderson Kids.
You
It's
don't.
No, you guys don't.
No, you don't. Nobody does.
No, you don't remember, do you? This is a little bit too young.
A little
Just
bit.
A little bit.
Just missed the boat.
Kylie Minogue was in it.
Yeah, I know. I hung out with her.
Do you remember when they ran it? Oh, and they ran out to the opening of the clearing on the cliff
She didn't
edge.
see me.
Didn't she?
I was invisible.
You did the Henderson Kids.
See me?
It's different now, you know. I've been touched by the Lord now. So
You did the Henderson Kids.
yeah, I did a bunch of them. I was like regular one of the BMX dickheads.
God, it's so, I love that. And they run out to the opening at the end where the clearing is and the beach is there and they stand. You
Is
know,
there an
like-
American equivalent to Henderson Kids? What is this? I'm trying to envision.
Yes.
What is it?
The Creek, whatever.
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, it's like that.
Also, it was like a scripted team
Yeah.
melodrama type.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You disagree, Nikki?
A little bit.
Okay.
A blend of that with Degrassi High, even though that was Canadian.
Degrassi High.
Right. There's a
I don't
lot
know
of
what that is.
there's a lot of
Was Drake in Degrassi High?
yes, he was.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's one of those shows that's been around for a long time, so kids sort of cycle in and out like Menudo. There's a lot of teen soaps out of Aussie, right?
Yeah,
Jason
they just,
Australia.
Neighbours just
Oliver
finished.
Twist?
I used to watch Heartbreak High.
Finished.
Heartbreak High was sick.
Yeah, I was into the goth chick from
I know I
Heartbreak
met
High.
the main guy recently, like 10 years
Tess.
ago. He became like a,
Recently, 10 years ago.
but he became, time
It's all a
flies.
blur.
He's a yoga instructor over here. The main bald, he's bald now, but he was the main guy in Heartbreak High. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Oliver Twist. We had Oliver Twist. Did you guys have Oliver Twist? How
Believe
good
it or
was-
not, no.
How good was Oliver's Twist? You didn't
I don't
get
know
that
who
one?
Oliver's Twist is.
Because Dingo was just under our generation, so he got those next sort of batch of
I'm more of a
TV
Mick Twist
shows.
guy myself.
Yeah.
Who is this Oliver?
Wait, did they cancel Neighbours?
Yeah, it's finished. Not cancelled, it's finished. I don't know if they cancelled it, but it's finished.
What was
It's
that?
37 years.
I was going to say, yeah.
And do you know what? A bunch of them came back. Like, I'm going to say Kylie came back. They all went back.
Toadfish?
I think he was still on it.
It's Jason Donovan. Is that
He came back.
right?
He never left.
Paul Robinson never left. I was
Sick.
watching Neighbours when I was 8 years old, and I used to have a crush on Paul Robinson. Cut to 15 years later, I'm on the show making out with him.
Oh,
Wow.
that's cool.
It's weird,
That is
right?
really cool.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Good kisser?
I think so. I mean, it was
Right.
such a long time.
Right. You ever have anybody make out with you where they're, yep, you should be worried, where they're chubbing up or you think that they're not acting, they're just getting one in? Ever get that feeling?
Not chopping up. God, Jason.
I thought that was a pretty appropriate way to say
I know.
that.
No, you did good there.
Chopping up,
Huh?
it's so funny.
In the Latin.
There has been one or two moments where it's happened, but they've apologized and gone, excuse me, and actually walked off and come back. Because I think sometimes it just happens. Why are you looking there?
I'm looking at
Well,
Kevin's face.
there's
So if it-
bubbles
I'm
and
going to see where
things.
Kevin's going.
I'm just doing the math in my head. Like if you're making out with somebody on set, you get a boner, and then you're like, "I'll be back." Does that mean he went and jerked off,
No, just went
Ah.
just
or
like
tucked it in his belt?
Hey, mentally.
readjusted and came back. I don't like to judge it because I think it might happen for sometimes, and it has happened with me and some people before. But they've
I
been
reckon
very
if you and I were in a
professional about it.
movie and we made out, I'd probably chub up.
Shut up.
If it was
Stop
25
saying
seconds,
shut up.
no. But if we were like over and over again,
Making
fuck
out
that.
every day.
I'm fucking
To
chubbing
be
up.
honest with you,
I'm going for
so
it.
awkward. They're so
I'm going for it.
There's lights and 100
I'm not-
people in the.
I'll say sorry, but I'm not leaving either. I'm just gonna be like, look, I'll tuck it into the top of my pants. We'll be all right. Action, baby.
We did a story the other day about a guy whose crazy ex broke into his house with a machete
Yes.
and successfully had sex with him because he got hard when she took
she
her
was
clothes
nowhere
off.
near as hot as you.
Wait, but did she take her clothes off whilst holding them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty hot, right?
Yeah.
No.
Nature finds a way.
I reckon that's
And
sick.
Oh,
held it
wow.
to his neck during the bone session.
If Katie did that to me,
During
I'd be
the bone
pumped.
session. You guys are hysterical. Chub up bone session. What else?
We're very romantic, this show.
Sponsored by Blue Chew too. So. we know how to get it going over here.
Goodness.
What's Blue Chew?
It's
Yeah.
boner pills.
Oh, like a Viagra.
Yeah.
Cialis situation.
Yeah.
But better.
Yeah.
Mm.
You-
What's
But
better?
in chewable form.
Wait, so there's a new thing on the market?
Yeah, and they get delivered discreetly to your house. We're doing a fucking live read right now. We shouldn't be doing this. But yes, they get sent to the house, and every now and then just chew on one of those. Fucking look out.
Yeah,
Could
but-
hold like 6 towels.
But does
Wet
it
ones.
go down after a while? Like, do you want it to just...
Sometimes, yeah, if it's too hard, then it might be a little rough to deal with. If I had a vagina, I'm not exactly sure. It looks like it might be a little difficult sometimes.
Just trying to look at all the faces and reactions.
Katie doesn't have a microphone, but I feel like she could answer it better. But it's good, right?
It's great.
There you go.
We're all fans.
There you go.
You're a big fan too, Michael?
Sure. Discreet packaging,
Yep.
online consultations,
Yep.
rock hard boners. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kevin, you're a big fan too?
Yep.
Yeah, boom.
I've
Everybody's
seen those
doing it.
packages on ex's doorsteps. They think I don't know.
Oh,
Dent,
Oh, they
dent,
hide it-
dent,
they hide
dent,
it?
dent.
I've never taken. I've
CIA
taken one
don't
Viagra pill once.
How was it?
It worked.
Yeah.
Did its job.
Yeah, they're fun.
It's hard for a long time.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Probably leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave.
Luckily, this is the end of the show, I
Yeah.
think.
Thanks, you guys, for being on the show.
Your tongue's green. What did you do? Is
What
that
do you mean?
ketamine?
He's on Monster.
Oh, it's this.
Don't do that to him. Have to cut that one out.
Jeez.
I'm just trying to.
Oh, I can drink this. It's-
Okay.
It's just
Just trying to be
copied
cool.
our shit. It's all good. Good luck to you guys.
Okay. Right, because Monster has copyright on the can, right? First person to ever have liquid in a can, Monster.
Before we go, the monster situation when you're in the helicopter thing on the
Pretty
snow
sick,
slopes,
right?
holy shit, there is nothing they don't do.
No, they let me live. That's for sure.
My
What'd you do?
It's
goodness.
just the helicopter stuff we did in Switzerland. It's pretty sick.
The footage is unbelievable.
I
It's
didn't
like
see
the
it.
movies.
We took the whole snowboard team to Switzerland for a week. Called it Hell Week.
Cool.
Yeah. Gave away a couple monster diamond chains and built a bunch of jumps and brought a helicopter in.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
It's no joke. Anyway,
Can you snowboard?
No.
I fell
Do
off
you
a cliff. That's
ski?
why I fell off a cliff. Did you see
You're a
that?
skier and you've stuck with it. You never made the jump,
I can skateboard though, and when I was a kid, I could ollie.
but you can't now.
No. I
You sure?
don't know. Don't
Want
let
to
me
try in the driveway?
No, I knew this is
The
where it
light's
was
great
going.
out there.
I shouldn't have said it. We had to take a photo when we leave.
You'll look good in the ollie, that's for sure.
I reckon you got one in you.
You know, look at I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah.
no, those are not the shoes to ollie for sure.
Not the shoes.
Yeah,
All
you're-
in.
Looks like Paul Stanley's teaching an aerobics class.
Guys, these aren't
No, they're awesome. They're great. It's
They look like they'd be good if you were on the moon.
Doing aerobics.
Yeah.
yeah.
A jazzercise on the moon, you'd be fucking.
Jazzercise. That's
Yeah. What are they? The Neil Armstrongs?
These are my Isabel Morons. These are very fancy.
No, they are. They're
I
great.
like them.
I love them.
All right. On that note, we will wind it up. Thanks everybody for listening. If you want to see more bonus shows, patreon.com/EllisMate. We do shows all week over there. You come over, you hang out, we'll give you some free shit. If you want to get tickets to Ellis Mania, the only place to get them before everybody else knows is patreon.com/EllisMate. So make sure you check all that shit out. Nicky and Dingo, thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
What?
Thank you. No, I
She's
just
laughing
love
at me.
He's a funny guy.
I know because he giggles and he's got something going on over there. And
What are you doing?
I don't know. I want to be a part of it.
What's going on?
Nothing's going on.
You sure?
No, we're all good.
All right.
We're good.
All right. Thanks for being on the show. What's your Instagrams and shit for people to follow you guys?
At Wolf, mate.
Don't. It's at the Dingo and Snow. Nicky.
Nicky Whelan.
Right. Okay. Everybody have a good one.
If you
Don't
want
die.
more Jason Ellis show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of the Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.